It is Tuesday and we are live. We are live at 5 p.m. Please let me know that you can hear me, that you can see me fine. If you are in the room, please drop some nines up in that chat, family. Thank you very much. Thank you for those who are already here. I really appreciate you. If you are catching the replay on this, thank you so much. I appreciate you as well. Um, Let me know that you can hear me fine, that you can see me fine. I am today in a different location. Does my video look better? I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on. You know, y'all know the off-grid video be real ratchet, and I have not been feeling it. I haven't been feeling it at all. And so I'm going to try to work my way towards getting some Wi Fi out on the homestead. So, hello to you all. I hope that everyone is well. If you're catching a replay on this, let us know where you are tuning in from. Thank you so much for visiting the G Tribe community. We really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you stopping by, taking time out of your busy day in order to come and say hello to the family over here. We thank you so much for that. Creative Girl Homestead, how are you doing? Good to see you in the chat today. Thank you so much. Hello to you. T has fun. Hello. Says she's going to catch the live stream later and join a fire pit chat with my hubby. Saw this and wanted to say hello. Well, that is very sweet of you. I thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yankee Sister, I know you all are snowed in up there. Well, having some issue up there with some snow I saw from Auntie Ellen earlier today. So I hope that you all are well. Yankee Sister, I know that you and Auntie Ellen, y'all be prepared. So I don't worry too much about you. I know that you are prepared. So love you back, Yankee Sister. And I will chat with you hopefully very soon. And hope you enjoy the replay on this. Sister Cheryl Faulkner, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming into the live stream. Always great to see you. My girl Shakira, how you doing? How you doing? Dropping lots of nines in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. Always the super supporter. I appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. Can hear and see and chat. That's what's up. Thank you. Thank you. So good to see you guys. Thank you. Hi, Lisby Journey. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming in, dropping into the chat, and hanging out with us for a little bit today. I'm not going to have you guys for too long today because, like I said, in the parking lot today, because I wanted to make certain that I was going to have some decent internet. Jared's talk. How you doing? How you doing, family? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I am doing fine. I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking, Liz B Journey. Um, but I wanted to make sure that like I checked different locations around my country town to see if I can find a location where I can do some live streams, on the days that I'm just out and about, just kind of schedule my day where I can be in those locations that have the good Wi-Fi. So that's what I'm working on. And that's why I'm here in this parking lot today. So I appreciate you guys being here. TLP Gardening Channel. Just getting off of work. Hope I didn't miss much. TLP Gardening Channel, you ain't missed a thing. Not a thing. I was just sitting here chatting it up with the family in the chat. You ain't missed a thing yet. Hadn't even got into the conversation yet. So thank you so much. I appreciate you. I know that I do this thing during the rush hour. Yeah, I get it. I realize it. But thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking your time to be here. It really means a lot. Green grass grows. Triple G, how you doing, my friend? It's so good to see you always in the chat. I hope all is well up there. I know you're probably getting some snow yourself up there, but thank you so much for taking your time to be here. hanging out with the G Tribe family. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Always good to see you. So I guess we can go ahead and jump into the chat. All right. So I titled the chat, We Cray Cray. What about you? I titled it that for a reason. So I have a lot of I have a lot of social media channels that I like to post on, visit, whatever. And the conversations, sometimes get interesting because you have a lot of people who really just don't know all the things that we know. Hi, Best Yet Journey. How are you doing? They don't know all the things that we know. And we have been into this, I guess, sort of a prepping type of community, I guess, for a while now. And for us, this is all normal. This is all just a part of what we're supposed to be doing. But there are a lot of people out there who think that we're fear mongers. They think that we're conspiracy theorists. They think, all of this stuff about us. They think we're a little crazy because we are talking about times approaching us that are not going to be comfortable and comfy for them. And so when you start to have conversations like that, when you start to show people things, even though they're fascinated, they're also fearful of the realities of life. One of the things that I learned for absolutely certain is that people love lies. They love to be lied to because it makes them feel comfortable. It makes them feel very, very comfortable. Hello, Jamaica. How you doing, sis? Good to see you in the chat today. Now they're paying the cost. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Pescatarian Gardener, how are you doing? Good to see you. Good afternoon to you. Hi, Miss Maria Graham. How are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, Ellie OG girl. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of people they who was that used to always say you can't handle the truth. People really don't want the truth. And if you look around and if you just visit some channels, if you just visit different channels of different types all over the internet, and you look at marketing and you look at what people put out there, the thing that sells the best and the people that win and are the most successful are going to be the ones that will tell you the lies. They're going to be the ones that'll tell you what you want to hear most. They'll tell you what is comfortable. They'll tell you what makes you feel good rather than the realities of saying, you know what? Something is coming down the pipeline. And if you're not paying attention to the things that are coming down this pipeline, you're going to get hit financially. You're going to get hit very, very hard financially. You're already getting hit emotionally. You're already getting hit mentally. You're already getting hit physically with people being forced to take things that they don't want to take, with people having the thoughts of their family no longer being here with them because they might get sick. So if that doesn't instill fear in you more than the truth, then you gotta check and say, hey, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me that I don't want to be prepared? What is it about me that would rather hear the lies? What is it about me that would rather shun the truth than to hear what the people are saying and saying, hey, even if nothing happens, let's say we're doing all of this preparation, right? And nothing happens. Then what does that mean? Hi, Salon Diva. How you doing? Good to see you. Growing with Hudson. What's up, sister? How you doing? Good to see you. Says she is at work. Hit the like and share it out. Thank you, baby. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. That's real love. I appreciate it. And thank you for the wonderful day wishes. We wish the same right back to you. Hello, Miss Brenda King. How are you doing? Good to see you. Hi, Grace, guys. How are you doing? Hello, hello. And thank you. Thank you for hitting that. What does that mean? What does it mean if you have prepared but nothing happens? It's real simple. It just means that you're ready. It means you're ready for anything. It means that your family is going to be ahead of the curve. Your family is going to be ahead of the game because guess what? You have food, extra food over in storage or, at your other compound or at your mama house or have a garden growing at your sister's house or whatever. It simply means that you're going to be more prepared than the average person is prepared. Those people who are putting their eggs in line and have been doing that for years, while the rest of us are like, ew, I don't want to eat an egg that's 2 years old. But those people are going in and pulling out their eggs and cracking them over into their skillet and having farm fresh eggs and having an abundance of it and being able to feed their family eggs right now when eggs are $8, $9 in my area. I think they might have been $6 or $7 for a dozen of eggs. In the grand scheme of things, that's probably not a whole lot of money to some people. It's probably not a lot of money. And here's another thing. There's this viral video that's going around that's saying, all of you people who are talking about buying chickens, all of these people who are going around talking about buying chickens, it's going to cost you so much to buy those chickens. It's going to cost you, to feed these chickens. It's going to cost you time. You're going to have space for them. You're going to have this and you're going to have that. I get it. But I also say to that, you're going to have the best eggs out there because guess what? You're able to feed those eggs out of your own yard. You're able to feed those eggs out of your garden. The chickens, I was saying the eggs were not. You're able to feed your chickens out of your garden. I can go to my garden and get a cabbage. My chickens love cabbage. And give them the scraps of the cabbage that we don't eat. And guess what I just did? I just offset my feed, which the feed cost is already not, exorbitant when you have a small flock like I have. But you have farm fresh eggs every day, except for the wintertime, depending on how many you have. Your flock will slow down because, in the wintertime, we all slow down a little bit. But you're going to have farm fresh eggs. What are they doing to the chickens that you're eating the eggs from the grocery store? What are they getting fed? I can guarantee you it's not the same thing that we feed our chickens. I can guarantee you that. Pescatarian Gardener says, if nothing were to happen, then people will have learned about themselves and their resourcefulness. It will have brought people closer. And doing it every day. This crazy weather alone should want you to prepare. It should, but so many people are just like, you just instilling fear. You're causing fear. You're causing fear. You're causing fear. Listen, if you are fearful, that should make you want to prepare. If saying that a hurricane is coming to Florida, we live in Florida, and every single time, guys, every single time, people know here in Florida that we have hurricanes. They know that hurricanes are coming. And guess what they do? They still don't stock up on anything. They still don't go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get boards to board up their homes. I'm not talking about people who can't afford it. I'm talking about people in these rich neighborhoods too. I'm talking about the people who probably has a Lowe's card, who probably has a Home Depot card, and can go into the store and buy some wood in order to help reduce the amount of damage or help protect. And they also give away free sandbags. Guess what people won't do? They won't go get the sandbags. They won't do anything because they just assume that we, people who like to be prepared, people who would rather take precautions than to be reactionary, they're just assuming that we are just trying to instill fear. Or I don't know. I don't have that mindset, so I can't even tell you what all of their reasons are. Your weekend gardener, hello, how are you doing? Black Guns and Garden, how are you? Linda Iannone, how are you doing? Prepare for hurricanes because I live in Florida. Exactly. Yeah, yes, they're gonna panic. Black Guns and Garden, they're gonna panic every time. And guess what? They're also going to get taken advantage of as it relates to the prices of things. They're going to price gouge every single time. And then the stores end up going to buy up they go, and you can see them with their trucks buying up pallets worth of water because they know that people are going to be willing to pay crazy prices in order to get water because they didn't want to prepare because they said that we are fear mongering. They would just rather be in the long lines. They would rather be fighting in Costco and Lowe's over water, over bread, over simple things that can be in your freezer or can be in a space that is comfortable and out of your way. It can be under your cabinets. It can be anywhere. I know if we can take extra space, we in an RV. If we can take extra space living full time in an RV, I think that most people can probably do a little bit to prepare for those hard times. They coming, whether we like it or not. Have y'all noticed that Mr. Gates has bought up all of this farm land? Not the commercial buildings, not commercial property, but farm land. Why is that? Linda Iannone said chickens can eat anything, and they will. My grandmother used to do a slop pot and gave it to the chickens every day, and they will. Our leftovers go out to our chickens if they don't go into a compost pile or in our garden. They go out to our chickens. And guess what that does? Still creates even more compost for us. when it goes out to the chickens. So there's no losing. So for the people who are just making excuses, why not to get one or two chickens? If you get two chickens in your backyard, you don't have to get a rooster, because some people are, they homeowners association just control their whole life, and they can't get a rooster, and some of them are even afraid to get chickens. I was not bothered about our homeowners association. I was not even bothered about them, not even a little bit. And if we wouldn't have moved, guess where my chickens would have been? In my backyard. They were going to be right there. So, hi, G Mama Girls. How you doing? My Renaissance grandma. Hello. How are you doing today? Did you say something? I thought I saw you. Facts. These eggs are getting to be better than store-bought. And listen, the eggs that we get from our chickens. Who talking about I'm crazy? They G Mama, they talking about us, girl. They talking about us. So yeah, they calling us crazy, and they calling us fear mongers and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, please understand that even if you decide that you don't want to do any of this stuff that we're talking about when it comes to preparedness, it's not going to hurt us at all. It is not going to hurt the people who are prepared. In the long run, maybe. In the long run, yeah, we'll have to protect our property from you because you don't want to prepare. And then you decide that now, okay, well, maybe they had a point. So now I'm going to go and I'm going to take something, which most people aren't going to just let you do that. You got to understand that if you can cut down the amount of nonsense and stress for your future. And I know a lot of people just live for today. They just live for today, and that's all that matters. But the reality is that tomorrow is more than likely going to happen. None of us know. But from what I've seen for the last almost 50 years, tomorrow is probably going to happen. We've been preparing for a long time. But guess what? You don't know when that day might be. You don't know when that day might be. And it's not going to hurt you to put some ramen to the side, to throw some collards out in your garden, to throw some tomatoes out in your garden. Even if you don't want to create a garden. I had someone call me today and said, hey, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to grow right now? And I'm like, go to your local Lowe's. I know you got a Lowe's. Go to your local Lowe's and see what they're selling right now in your grow zone. That's going to be a great indicator, unless they just being real greedy and trifling and selling some stuff that they know is about to burn up. Typically, they are sending things that are going to grow right now in your grow zone. And then you can grab those things. And even if you decide that you don't want to dig up your yard, you don't want to, and that's what this person wanted to do. She didn't want to put anything in no ground, none of that. She wanted everything in containers. And so you can go to your Lowe's, you can get you a container, you can get you some soil, you can get you some BT to help you with some of the worms and things that are going to be coming, trying to eat your tomatoes and your peppers. Get on your game, get ready for the hornworms, because some stuff just don't work on the hornworms. You have to catch them with your hand and your shears and handle business. Do something. Have something in place that can help you when it gets to a point where your family is going to need a little something extra. Your family is going to need something to eat. Can you eat a 2-year-old egg? Yes. So I have seen people And many people have told me, I haven't done it so far myself on a big scale like that. But if you take some lime, pickling lime, and you add water to the pickling lime, or add pickling lime to your water. Um, what was his name? Hidden Harvest was telling me, he's not Hidden Harvest anymore. I can't remember his new name, but he was telling me that he had some that were 2 years old. Preservation. What did people do before we had access to all the stuff that we have access to now, guys? What did they do? They had a way of storing things. I remember my husband saying that his big mama always had him up under the house sweeping, because the houses back in the country, well, for some people might not know, but back in the country, the houses set up off the ground. And so a little kid could go up under there. They didn't have all the, fancy mesh and all of that stuff closing it up. They had a way for the younger kids to be able to go up under there, and they kept it swept. They kept it clean up under there, and they stored their preserves. They stored their pickles, their cucumbers. They stored all of that stuff. They didn't have just massive amounts of refrigeration and deep freezer. That scares me when I see a lot of these homesteaders. They'll have tons of freezers, and it's just loaded with food. And I'm like, okay, when the electric goes out, what are you going to do then with all of this? And I understand that some people don't want to have to store all of that glass. Like, it's cumbersome. It's just not convenient to have all of that glass that you're storing food in. However, that is how your food is going to last the longest, okay? Your food is going to last the longest when you are canning this stuff. And then one of the other things that I discovered is that when we dehydrate foods, the kids and the grown people, we get in it, we dig in it, and we eat that stuff. We eat that stuff. And having dehydrated stuff starting from back in 2020, I know that certain things that we like don't last that long. They don't last. Like, I have canned food that is still good that I canned in 2020, but my dehydrated stuff, I had to throw it out. It just wasn't there. So what we like to do is a combination. We're going to do a combination of things. We're going to make sure that we're dehydrating some stuff, and we're going to make sure that we're canning some stuff. We don't have a freeze dryer, but that's a big investment. That is a big investment. And if you can afford a freeze dryer, then yes, it looks to be something that is very, very, very nice to have. And you can freeze dry almost anything. Did we get a new member to the G Tribe? My Renaissance grandma. Hello, and welcome to the G Tribe. Welcome her in, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Said I made a live chat. Miss Linda said I made a live chat at the Y exercising and listening. That's so important. Thank you for saying that publicly. That is so important. That's one thing that we got to be on our game. That's a part of prepping too. That's a part of preparation too, is that we got to make sure that we can move. We got to have some energy to be able to move and to do some things. But yeah, even if, let me read the rest of your comment. I want to buy chicks one day soon. Yeah. So this is the thing that I've been telling people lately. Also, I posted the video of my baby chicks when they were little, and we threw a worm in there. They were just a couple of days old. And we threw a worm in there just to kind of see how they were going to react. And they were going crazy. They were loving it. They were absolutely loving this worm. They were a little scared in the beginning, but they were going crazy because it was like their natural instinct kicked in, right? And that's one of the things that I'm always saying. The animals obey the creator. We are the ones that have to be convinced to do what's natural to us. But the animals, they obey the creator. You can't tell us nothing. We are the ones that you constantly having to convince. We still having to convince people that there is a creator, first of all. And then on top of that, when there are so many signs and things here to say food is going to be out of your reach. Most Americans can't get food stamps, can't get food assistance. Not if you're working. And most of us work. Don't let nobody fool you. Most people work, whether we work from the home or whether we go to somebody's 9 to 5, we still have to work. And most of us can't get food stamps, which would be a great help. Let me tell you, it would be a great help. We did it when we had to do it, and it was a great help. But, Rio's Family Garden, thank you. Blessings. Glad I finally count your live. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. I'm glad you caught the live, too. I always see you at Led Farmer's house over there. But thank you so much, Rio's Family Garden. I really appreciate that. But yeah, we're the ones that constantly have to be convinced that the creator is real and that we should follow what nature has set out for us. Nature has set out for us that we are naturally survivors. But see, we real comfortable right now. I think I'm behind. I'm behind in this chat, y'all. Dang. Brenda King, if I didn't say hello to you, hi, my sister. How are you doing? Urban, how you doing, sister? Hey, Urban Gardening Chronicles, how are you doing? Good to see you. Let me catch up. Black Guns, your weekend gardener. Oh my gosh. Bell's Backyard Garden is in here. See, I'm behind for real. Hey, sister, how you doing? Hey there. Good to see you. Brenda King says, oh yes, I'm in Florida. Florida also. And we must stay ready when it's hurricane season. We have to stay ready. We got to stay ready all the time. Sifting some soil. How you doing, sister? Rio's Family Garden said, I use a dehydrator, my son and I bought on Amazon. We love it. Absolutely love mine. I bought mine from Walmart. And my husband recently was like, I think we need another one of these. And I'm like, yeah, we do. We need, we need to have 2 of those at least so that we can do a larger amount of stuff. But y'all know we live off grid. So we're going to have to set up like solar panels to keep that thing running. But I'm telling you, it makes a world of difference. Sheriff Faulkner said, have a dehydrator and gonna make it work once I settle. And that's a great investment. It is a really, really great investment. And it was one of the things that I was like at first, dang, I'm gonna pay $40 for this. And all it is you plug it in and then it blows air. But once I actually started doing it, then I was like, oh yeah, I really love this. I love that thing. So, let's see. Rada Love. Hey, sister. How you doing? Good to see you. Always good to see you in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see. Who else came in that I didn't see? October Opal, how you doing? Good to see you. Miss Native Cherokee, hello to you. Came in from the outside, so tired and hurting, but the new metal shed is put up. Only we didn't do the doors yet. It can wait till tomorrow. Absolutely. Absolutely. I saw y'all moving that metal thing. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Homesteading is a lot of work. It's just like that. But thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. But yeah, it's so like just taking a little time to prepare. Hello, hi Tuck Beat says go Navy, go Navy. All right. We're a Marine Corps family, so but hey, I'm with you. Go Navy. Go military. I love y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. But getting your chickens, okay, this is where I left off. I'm telling everybody now, if you can get chickens that are a little bit older, that are laying age, get those. And what that does is it helps you to see that every day you can have food in your yard. You can have food in your yard every single day if you were to go and get you a couple of chickens that are already laying age. Right now, I don't know how much they cost. However, if you get two chickens, you provide them with a small space that they can run around or make you a little chicken tractor, whatever it is, get however funky you want to get, do it however you want to do it, and make sure that you have a safe place for them to be so that the predators don't get them. But watch every single day when you walk out into your backyard or onto your homestead, you're going to have food. When everybody else is ranting and raving and going all over the place and wondering how they're going to be able to afford these rising prices that we're seeing. At this point, I don't care how much money you got at this point. You see these prices and you feel it. You feel it at this point. You see the prices of meat. Oh, let's not even get on to the fact that we can't even go to the grocery store and get salmon anymore. Is it salmon or is it salmon? It has an L in it, so I'm gonna call it salmon. We go to the grocery store. It's a crapshoot today on whether you can even get natural salmon. It's a crapshoot. So I had been watching because a company reached out to me about doing videos for them for like cooking some of their, fish. And so I was just like, I didn't understand. I wasn't understanding. I was like, hey, people pay you for this? Yeah, there are people out there who will pay you to promote this. But then the more I saw, the more I was hesitant because I said, I saw this one guy talking about them bringing GMO salmon to the market, and they have done it. The United States has agreed to bringing this to the market. Now, what they said was when they introduced the GMO salmon into the same waters, into the same waters, along with the natural salmon that grows from nature, when they introduced them into the same water, the GMO salmon ate up all of the natural salmon. Ate them. All of them. My chat is not moving. My chat is not moving.
There's no connection. That one's not really good out here.
The connection ain't good out here. Let me see if I can turn on.
What turn on? Oh, well, did you turn on your Wi-Fi?
It's on.
Did you mean for it to be?
Not necessarily. So it's just gone. Okay, let me turn on my. All right, tell me if I'm back.
Mine popped up for a second.
If I, okay, so maybe I need to move. Let me see about getting closer.
I'm surprised yours was working. Mine been kind
I
of
don't
weird.
know. It probably is not because it's not moving. I'm gonna get closer to the store. Okay. Shoot, I probably just been talking my head off, and the Joker just been gone. It's just been gone. So if y'all see me, I got my Bluetooth on as well. I gotta get I gotta get my Wi-Fi. This is so annoying. All right, let's see. All right, I know I'm close. Now tell me if I'm back. Let's see. Can you connect to what to Lowe's Wi-Fi and then just kind of see? And if anybody sees me come back in, then kind of let me know if we are back. Are we good? Oh, he said we're good. We're good. Okay. My chat, my chat is not moving.
Child,
That's okay. Oh, you don't need it. Just use the guest Wi-Fi.
this is what I'm using. Okay, there it go.
Okay.
Let me
All
see.
right, and then tell me if you can see me. He said I'm good.
My stuff is
So
coming up now.
okay, great, great,
Yep,
great.
you working.
I'm working. You see the chat?
Connect yours to it. Well, you can.
I'm already connected to it.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay.
Did you turn
If
off your
if I'm
Wi-Fi?
good, I'm good. Now I got both of them on now, so it can switch back and forth if it wants to. But we close enough to the store now. Sorry about that, guys. I just couldn't tell because her phone was not working out here either. So we working. Let me see the chat. Lord, Lord. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Look, see, my chat is not working. So that's why I was kind of like, what's happening. But anyway, let me see. Let me see what's going on. Yeah, so we were talking about the dehydrators, and we're talking about um the fact that you have. Hi, Avina. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you, Avina. Um, let's see. Hi, Jim Jones. How are you doing? Good to see you. Oh my gosh, that was crazy. That was crazy. Shakira say, "Hey, little Gigi." Hey. But yeah, the price. Don't worry
You can't
about it,
refresh it or not.
girl. No, don't even worry about it.
Oh,
But
no.
yeah, the price, like the prices of the eggs and things, we aren't able to. If you are, I'll say it like this: you feel it,
Oh, you
okay?
turn on Do Not Disturb settings.
You feel it. You feel the fact that these eggs now, instead of, I was accustomed to paying like $3, and sometimes every now and again, just kind of depending on whether I was in a certain store like Publix or something. Publix is big down here in the South, so and especially in the Tallahassee area, Publix is like, the best grocery store that you're going to get in the area, other than Trader Joe's, other than Whole Foods. Then there's Publix, and that's what we have here in our general area. And so I was accustomed to paying, I would be doing a jig when I could get eggs for like $2.79. Like I would be really cutting up. Like thought that I really did something there. But I was accustomed to paying those higher prices. On Greengrass Grow said, "Hi, little Gigi."
Hey.
And so when we were doing that, I was like, man, I remember when I used to be able to buy eggs for 99 cents. And, obviously that was 20 years ago, and prices of stuff is going to go up. And I can tell you for sure, the feed prices are definitely going to go up. And so that's why you have to supplement with your chickens. If one of the things that we learned when, because we just had chickens for, it's been almost a year that we have had chickens. And so we learned then that once we brought them out onto the homestead, that when we had them in this location, this first location, and we moved them over to a different location because our rooster was so loud, being next to the RV, we moved him far away from us. The feed is going to grow because it's seeds. It's mostly just seeds. It's grass seeds. It's sunflower seeds and wheat and other little stuff. It's all seeds. And when we move them now in that area, we have food for them growing. And so we'll cut it off and then we'll take it down there and feed it to them as a supplement. And they love it. It's what they were eating anyway. You have corn, like it's all types of stuff. And that stuff will grow on the ground right where you leave it. We didn't bury it. We didn't do anything. The chickens just doing their scratchy thing. And they were hi ho, new perspective. And so the chickens were just doing their natural job. And what we got was extra feed for the chickens from that. And aside from that, whatever you are growing over in your garden, you can share with the chickens. Like the scraps, typically the bottoms of certain things, we don't cook them, we don't eat them. So I'll just chop them up, just do a little extra chopping and send them out with Eco Neighbor to take them to feed to the chickens. And the chickens love it. If we don't eat all of our chicken, guess what the chickens eat? They cousins, they eat them. They eat the chickens. If you were to, I even saw one guy saying that during certain times of the year when it's hunting season, they will get a carcass of a deer because they're going to hunt every year. They're going to have one for the family, and then they'll take the carcass of the deer and they'll give it to their flock of chickens because they have much bigger flock of chickens. And the chickens would skin it. The chickens would skin that deer. And he says, and our chickens lay so much better just for having that deer. I do the same thing, Gigi, and I give them bamboo leaves. They love it, and it's good for them. Yes, I'm weeding. That's going to the chickens too. Yes, and there are certain weeds that they really, really like. One of the things that we'll do is have like the little buckets that have your soil in them, and they just have like weeds and stuff, chickweed and all that type of stuff growing up out of the containers. We'll take those and we'll just sit them over into the chicken pen, and then the chicken just eat directly from that. They basically just weed for you. So sit the whole pot over in the chicken coop. They weed for you. You get your pot back when they're done, and you go plant something. And that's one of the other ways that we're supplementing them. So there's so much stuff. Like try them with everything. When you go out to weed that garden, try them. See what else they like, because I promise you, the chickens like a variety of stuff. They really do. What else do we give them, baby?
I found out they like pineapples and Ritz crackers.
Pineapples. Little Gigi gives them pineapples and Ritz crackers.
They killed the pineapple the other day. Their favorite part of the pineapple is the bottom that you smell when it's ripe.
Okay.
And you cut it off, and they like that part. They eat around the core of it.
Wow.
I guess that part has the most flavor in it. I don't know.
And watermelon. Remember, they listen. These chickens, Chickens love watermelons. They're so as good as the watermelon is for our melanin. The chickens love them some watermelon. They love it. Natural diva. Hey, how you doing, sis?
They also like
She said, "Come on, little Gigi."
I found out what I was saying about the bottom of the pineapple.
Mhm.
I gave them when I ate off the rind after I cut some pieces.
Yeah.
And I gave it to them. They ate it, but they kept going back to the bottom.
Wow. Okay.
Basically the circle. They love smoothies.
Wow.
I had a smoothie one day a few months ago back when we were in the RV park. When
Yeah.
we had electricity, so I could use the mess out the blender. And
You can use it now.
and I made like a smoothie with a whole bunch of berries and fruits and especially banana in it.
Yeah.
And I was like, here, y'all want to try some? I gave them a little spoonful and they all attacked the spoon.
Yeah.
And just ate it. They loved the smoothie.
Yeah. 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 So just try them with different things. Now, if they don't like something, they're just not going to eat it. You know, they will kick it around and they'll bury it and they'll do all types of things. Like when the rooster gets mad, he will kick stuff out of the way. You try to, even if he likes something, but if he's angry with you at the moment, he will kick his food out of the way and like challenge you. So you just got to try them with everything. There are ways that you don't have to buy so much food. And then you have these feed stores. We have a great feed store around here. And the feed store will have all of those different seeds that I was naming, you know, the grass seeds, the sunflower seeds, the the grass seeds, the sunflower seeds, the wheat, and all of that stuff. It'll have those seeds for you in big packets, and that way you can get a 40 or 50 pound bag. Did I say packets? Not packets, but they'll have them in big bags so that you can go and get that. You can combine those things, and you can make your feed for your chickens for probably a lot less. I'm sure a lot less than what we are buying the little bitty bags for. Um, stay safe, Tuckbeat. My chickens love oatmeal, banana, strawberries, and blueberries. Says Green Grass Grows. See, just like we waste a lot. We waste a lot of food, but the chickens will definitely clean up behind you. They'll clean up behind you, and then on top of that, they're giving you fertilizer. So you can take that, you can put it to the side, you can mix it with some soil or some sand or whatever else that you want to mix it with, and let it sit for a while so that you can have fertilizer. You got free fertilizer there. Your chicken constantly is Salon Diva, hello. Welcome to the G Tribe family. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Salon Diva Home and Garden. Thank you so much. Welcome to the G Tribe. And so when we go and we do that, we just, whatever it is that we're growing, we've just decided that we're going to see if the chickens like it too. So I got lentil beans, I got navy beans, I got all types of things that are just kind of sitting around and we're not doing anything with. So guess what? I'm going to try them. I'm going to try to grow them. I'm going to try to put them in the areas that are right around the cage, because a lot of times they'll just stick their head out and, you know, grab some of the grass. You know, the grass is greener on the outside of the fence kind of thing. So we just get them and put different seeds and things around the fence and let it grow. And then sometimes, Miss Native Cherokee, welcome to the G Tribe. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys coming and joining our community. Thank you so much. And so that's what we do. And then sometimes they'll just kick the food out, right? they'll just kick the food around and it ends up on the outside. And so they end up growing stuff anyway, growing stuff themselves, just because sometimes Sean gets mad. You know, he wants to fight, he wants to square up. So
He was actually mad today.
he was mad today.
When I gave him some crackers today,
Yeah.
he started scratching and kicking, and he jumped on one of the hens.
Oh
He was
Lord,
angry
I thought I
today.
was already. I kept forgetting. Listen, better late than never, Miss Native Cherokee. Better late than never. Welcome, welcome. We appreciate you. but um, but yeah, there's just so many things that we can do to help ourselves out. Okay, so yeah, we might seem like we're a little off. We might seem like we're a little crazy, like some stuff is going on with us because we are consistently, we just keep on saying, make sure that you're preparing, make sure that you're preparing. And the thing about us is that we hope that you one day listen. We hope that one day you decide that you're going to take heed to what we're saying because listen, it's for your family's benefit. Our family over here good. Our family is going to be fine. Our family is going to have everything that they need. But if you're on the outside looking in, then now that means that you have to try to fight somebody else for their stuff rather than go ahead and put some of your own provisions to the side. You're having to fight somebody else. You're having to go out on runs to, y'all know I love my Walking Dead, right? You're having to go out on the runs in order to try to fight the zombies, find your food. She gets tired of me with the zombie thing. You're having to try to find food for people, for children, and for women. You got to go out on these runs, and then guess what? At that point, once you get to a point where you're having to scrape and scrounge for food, you don't have access. You don't have real access, easy access to the food anymore. She said, Sean the man. If you don't have easy access to things, you'll do some stuff that you wouldn't even imagine that you'll do. So just imagine that your children were hungry and there was a store. You had nothing. You had no way to pay for anything, but there's a store down the street and your baby is screaming and your son and your daughter is screaming, "Mommy, Daddy, I am hungry. I want something to eat." And they can't go to sleep because they're so hungry. What do you think you would do? I know we think that we're so civilized, right? We are only as civilized as our ability to get what we need. That's how civilized we are. Some people don't even need things and they're willing to come and try to take your stuff. So just imagine when people are in a position of need, what do you think they're going to do? They're coming. They're coming. They better get it now. Time is of the essence. It really is. Live like Jamaica. Come on, Jamaica. Live like no one is going to save you because guess what? Nobody is going to save you. At some point, you might even become a burden to your own family because there are too many mouths to feed. Have you seen in other countries where they will sell off the girl child, no matter how young she is, in order to have money to feed the rest of the family? Because they don't have anything to eat? Come on now. When you get to a point, you get to a certain point where your family is hungry, self survival starts to be a real thing, and you'll be willing to sell your daughter. In order to get what you want, in order to feel that belly, you'll do some ungodly stuff. Once you get to a point where there's something that you need, I'm not talking about something that you want. I'm talking about something that you really need, like food. You can go a little while without it. But water, if you got to a point where you need water in a few days, what are you going to do? You're going to do whatever it takes in order to get it. So, why not, while the $1.25 tree is still selling water and still selling soil and still selling pots and still selling seeds and gloves and spades to garden, why not go ahead now and grab some of those things? Why not? It's the $1.25 tree. Even though I don't like the 25% increase and I'm still mad about it, to this day, I still go and get things that I need. I just got gloves for me and little Gigi. I just got a spade. I just got a couple of wildflower seeds. I went and got some things because I know that if I put some of this stuff that I'm buying into play, then that's going to better support my family. That's going to put us in a position where we are more than likely going to have something. If you think some of us have too many seeds, think again. We don't. We don't. There are stores, and there were even stores in my area. I was having to go time and time again to ask, when are you getting vegetable seeds in? And you know what I was told multiple times at multiple stores? Well, it's up to management whether we order. TLP Gardening Channel, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Crazy like a fox. You see where they are making and eating mud pies. Listen, that I'm sure that's not fun. But once you get so hungry, I remember when we were little and we used to make mud pies outside. I'm a 70s baby, okay? So we used to play outside. We had to play outside. There was no sitting around grown people all day. We weren't allowed to do it. Yes, we had to drink water from the water hose. Yes, it was city water. We had to drink it from the water hose, but it was so much cleaner than it is today. So just imagine now going to somebody's yard who don't have a well. And even I heard G Mama Grows. I was in the woods, G Mama Grows, but I was listening to you. When you and Urban Gardening Chronicles were having that conversation that day. And G Mama Grows was like, shoot, I ain't about to drink that nasty water, so I'm not even about to give my plants that nasty water. So just imagine if you're now forced to drink this nasty water that's full. You can smell the chlorine. You can taste the different chemicals. I don't know what all that's in this toilet water that they filter and give back to the people. I don't know what all chemicals that they use to so-called clean it. But all I know is that you can smell it. And so I heard a lot of people saying, I've been watering, and it just seems like my stuff is not growing. I don't understand. Well, probably some of that nasty water. They don't like it. But then as soon as it rains, and I know that's a whole nother matter in itself. But as soon as it rains, then the flowers, the vegetables, the fruit trees, everything just responds positively. Everything just takes off. It's no coincidence. There's no coincidence. But they keep telling you that, hey, the water's okay. It's all right. Go ahead and drink it. We were testing water today. Me and little Gigi and Eco Neighbor. We were testing water today. We got a filter. And we were testing water to see whether this bottled water was better than our well water. There was what, only one that tested as well as our well water?
Yeah.
Just one?
It was Deer Park.
No, it wasn't. It was the that spring water.
That was the Deer Park.
No,
we didn't do the Crystal Geyser.
You didn't do the Crystal Geyser? Oh, okay. I did the Crystal Geyser.
You did that a different day. And
okay.
Then we tested the Deer Park. That was 118, I think.
Okay.
And they said Dad looked up that if it's below 150, it's considered excellent.
Okay.
So Deer Park was 118.
Okay.
Pure Life was
purified water.
Mind you,
gross.
If it is 150 or below, it is considered excellent.
Okay.
If it's 500, it's too high. Pure Life purified water was 383.
Okay. So this is what I'm telling you guys. Hi, Ebony R. How you doing, beautiful? Good to see you.
And the well water was 120.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, that was the only one. But the Deer Park water still tastes nasty to me. I don't know why it tastes so nasty like that. I mean, it's just, I don't know. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Okay. But we were testing the water because we were just like, okay, what are we drinking for real? And then we got this filter, this water filter that basically worked very well to remove a bunch of the, what do they call them, sedatives, whatever it was that they called it, the solids and things. So it worked really well to remove a lot of that stuff. And, you know, it makes us feel more comfortable to drink it because we want filtered water. We don't want water with dirt in it and all types of stuff. So we want the filtered water. So that's what we are focused on, making sure that we keep some filters around so that we can be drinking clean water, so that we're not having to buy as much water anymore. Because that's one thing. I would go to Costco or Sam's and just like rack up on cases of water. And at the time, you know, they would let you buy as much as possible. And then we would end up in a month, we done drunk all this water, and now it's time to go buy more. So we're glad, we're happy to have the well that we can just pay for a filter rather than all of those bottles and all of that type of stuff. So it just makes a world of difference. Hi, Lisa Williams. How you doing? Good to see you. She says it happens in Haiti. I missed it. I missed your comment. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, selling off girl kids. India. Yeah. Selling off the little babies. But prepping is work, and we do too much here to allow anyone to try to take it from us. They can try. Right, Miss Native Cherokee. My Renaissance grandma said our Dollar General and Family Dollar still doesn't have garden seeds. Oh my gosh. We have plenty of them in our little store. We do have plenty of them. We don't have a lot of the other luxury things that we wanted, but at least we do have some garden seeds left, and we have some wildflower seeds left, and things like that. And that's just as important, guys. It's just as important to be planting your flowers and wildflowers and all types of things, because guess what? That's going to help attract pollinators to your area. That's going to attract pollinators to your garden, and your gardens do so much better when you do have those pollinators around. Miss Maria Grants, I went today to buy seeds. They were $2.50 each, and they only had 3 or 4 seeds inside the bag. I didn't buy any. See what I mean? So we used to get at least 50 seeds, but now they're only giving you a few seeds, because if they're going to sell them two for $1 or four for $1, or even in our Walmart, they have some that are like, I think most of the, not the vegetable seeds, but the flower seeds, a lot of them are like five for $1. So, but when you pick up those packets, you notice that from this time back in 2020, we were still like, it was a hit or miss, but we were still, when we were able to find the seeds, we were able to get a packet of seeds. But now they're gonna, because they don't want to raise those prices from four for $1 or two for $1, then they're just gonna give you less seeds, and that way they're raising the price on you anyway, because they're giving you less. French Wee Wee, how you doing? Good to see you, sis. They're giving you less one way or the other. You're going to get less one way or the other. French Wee Wee said, Deer Park and Nestle are the worst. Yes, just gross. There's no such thing as too many seeds, right? Green grass grows. Regina Kelly, how you doing, Regina Kelly? Good to see you in the chat. But no, there's no such thing. Double R Brutus, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Grace Guy said, anyone heard from Lead Farmer and Lady Lead? Well, they had their camping event this past weekend, and so I have not seen them. I'm sure they'll be popping up in the next day or so. But yeah, they had their camping event, so I'm sure they are exhausted, because like it's hard work. It's hard work out there. And the goal is, the reason he keeps doing this, we gonna definitely try to make it when he does the next one. But when he continues to do this, it's for our good. Okay? It's to help you get prepared and know some of the things that you're going to need to have if you're going to make life as comfortable as possible if the power goes out. We are fortunate in that we live off grid. We ain't got no power anyways, unless we got some gas and some propane. That's the only way we're going to have any power. So those are our luxury things that we have, just to feel like we are halfway normal. And let me tell you, it's still hard, because if it's 16 degrees outside, guess what? Somebody still got to get up and go out there. If that thing runs out of gas in the middle of the night, somebody got to go out there and put gas in it. Those heavy propane tanks, somebody got to pick those tanks up and take those tanks. If you think, guys, if you think the little propane tank that you get with your grill is heavy, imagine the RV tanks. Imagine the tanks that we have to operate our RV. So if we don't have propane, then guess what? Our refrigerator is not going to work. If we don't have propane, our furnace is not going to work if we're out of gas. There are just so many things. There's so many things to know. There are so many things to be prepared for. What's her name? Bougie Prepper. I gotta catch up on her channel. But Bougie Prepper used to do every Friday. She would do fire starting, showing different types of ways that you can start a fire. Just practicing her preps, getting herself together, so that if anything happens, then she still knows how to start a fire. Lead farmer started a fire with a bottle of water. Okay, a bottle of water. So it's just some things that we don't even think about that could be the difference between life and death for us. If it gets really, really cold outside, or if it gets really, really hot outside, you start like the heat here is brutal. It is brutal. When it gets hot here, when it gets hot inside this RV, oh my gosh. They were in South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. They were in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So I'm sure they're resting up, trying to get back together before they come back to say hello to you. No. He said he did say that he wanted to put like the people who had paid, they paid good money to be there. So he wanted to make sure that he put his attention on those people. So if you want an inside view, then you gotta go. You gotta go if you want an inside view. I only buy my seeds from trusted Etsy sellers that I have bought from before. Great deals for gardening seeds. That's a really good point, Miss Native Cherokee. I do have Etsy sellers that I love to buy from. I look for the 5-star sellers. I don't even have 5 stars on there because the guy decided that he wanted to leave me 3 stars one day, saying that, how did he say it? Well, I don't know that what she sent me is going to grow. I sent him, he bought some rhizomes, some shampoo ginger lily rhizomes from my Etsy store. And because he hadn't planted it yet, and he didn't know if it was going to actually grow, he gave me 3 stars. So I don't even have 5 stars on there. But I'm telling you, I look for that type of thing and I read the comments. If I'm buying for somebody that don't have 5 stars, I'm reading what went wrong. If it was just somebody petty like that, then I'm like, okay, yeah, everybody else said that everything was great, everything was fine. But if something petty like that happens, then okay, yeah. Let's see. You have boxes of seeds stored up. French wee don't even play with it. Just go ahead and get as much as you want. Get as much as you want. Get as much as you want. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to send you something. It might take a while. I'm going to make it. I sent you a picture of what I made. Okay, Grace, guys. I love mail. I love getting mail. Yes. I love getting mail. So I get seeds from everywhere. Yeah, there is so Miss Native Cherokee said, "Oh wow, that was rude of him." It annoyed me because I was like, this is not how you review, like how you leave reviews for people. But some people, honestly, some people just don't know. And I don't know. I found it a little bit petty, but it is what it is. If you read the rest of my reviews, then you see that, I do what I do. So October Opal says some seeds aren't good. Be careful. Yeah, you do have some that are not viable, and so I just like to put mine in when I had a deep freezer. I like to put mine in the deep freezer and just like let them stay there for safekeeping. So I really haven't had really any issues with the majority of my seeds. But I would say this: when you go to different places, you can ask them, even if you're ordering online, you can ask them what is the expiration date on the packet. If they're just sending you a packet, or you can ask if they self-harvested the seeds and how long ago that they harvested the seeds, and then you can kind of make your decision from there. But yeah, there are so many ways. Hi, daughter Daughter of the Most High is in here and I can't even see you. Hi, Daughter of the Most High. How are you doing? Can't even see you. Let's see. Oh, who had to get blocked from the channel? Hold on. Hi, Daughter of the Most High. I see you now. Hello. Okay, I have to go back and look at that later. But listen, our moderators don't be playing. I mean, come right. Come right. But anyway, I just wanted to leave you guys really with just some food for thought. This was literally just supposed to be some food for thought because we have a lot of we from different places. We're from all over the world, okay? And we have our different ideas about things, how things should go. We have our different ideas about what we think that we can and cannot do. Whatever you think, you're right. You know, can't nobody convince you otherwise. It's got to come from here. So whatever you think, you are absolutely correct. So just wanted to leave you guys with some food for thought to make sure that you are, if you're a part of this page, if you're a part of this community, just making sure that what you have is some food. And if you want some chickens, then get you some chickens. If you're not into all of that babying stuff, because a lot of people that have talked to me about chickens recently are like, I don't want to deal with the babies. I don't want to have to deal with the pasty butt, which happens to the chickens. I don't want to have to deal with keeping them warm. They really don't want to have to deal with all of that stuff, right? And so when it gets to a point, when the chicken gets to an age where they're ready to start laying, ask about those chickens. Ask about buying those chickens. And then maybe when you get those chickens, it may not be as bad to get a chicken that is a day old and then raise them up. I I just wanted to start. I love baby everything. So I just wanted to start with baby chicks instead of the older chicks because I wanted them to like kind of know me and be accustomed to being around my children and all of that type of stuff. But it kind of backfires anyway because everything that I thought my chickens were supposed to be, they are not. They just aren't. They just aren't. Hi, GT Junior. How are you doing? They are nothing like I thought they were supposed to be. But they still give what they're supposed to give. Oh, I was going to say this earlier. I was going to say this earlier. Our chickens, I was going to say this earlier, just in case I was buffering. Our chickens lay some delicious eggs. I don't have to put salt at all on because these eggs are just so flavorful. You agree?
I only had them once.
And what did you think when you had them?
I like the texture. That was when they first did them, so they probably weren't hitting like that.
They weren't hitting.
Well, they probably weren't because they had just started laying a few because they were getting to that age. But when I did have them, I did like the texture, and I like. Normally, I know people season their eggs with all the garlic powder and stuff. I really like my eggs plain, like with just the salt and pepper.
Yeah, salt and pepper for me.
And I had it with a avocado. It tasted good.
Yeah, so I like now. I don't have to use anything on the eggs, and Eco Neighbor eats them plain, just like I cook them. And he uses the eggs and however he cooks or whatever, but you don't have to put anything in these eggs. Okay, so somebody asked what pasty butt is. I'm glad you asked that question because I kind of ran by that. So pasty butt, the chickens have one vent, okay, which they poop and everything from. And when they are small, the poop will sometimes stick to their little butt. It'll stick to their feathers, it'll stick to their backside, okay? And you have to, like, you got to do something about it if they get the pasty butt, because it'll build up over their vent and that can kill them. So that's kind of, it is really important, just put it like that. So if you're going to go to the store to buy chickens, especially when they're baby chickens, if you're going to go, and ducks, this is true for the little ducks I've seen running around with their little butt pasted over too, you ask them to see the bottom of the chicken. You don't want them just throwing anything in a box just because they want to be in a rush. Ask to see the bottoms, and you tell them you don't want the ones that have pasty butt already, because then you're going to have to take them home and you're going to have to put them either in like some little soapy water and sit there and just try to soften it up so that you can get your paper towels or whatever you get and then rub it off. Okay. They need a bidet. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They need a bidet. All right, October Opal, take care. TLC in the garden, how you doing? Good to see you, sister. Selling them, they sell them as a starter pair, one rooster and one hen. Yeah, if I let me tell you, Sean, I don't know if I get another rooster. I don't know if I get another rooster because I don't know. Miss Maria Graham said, "Little Gigi has a nice voice."
Thank you. It's so bad. I used to want a boy dog, but now I'm really like, no.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So yeah, you have to take care of their little bottoms, because like they will try to pick it off, but they really, if it gets really stuck, they can't get it off. So they really need you. They really need you when they're that little. So that's why a lot of people don't want to deal with that. They just want to go straight to the teenagers. I call them the teenagers. They want to go to the teenagers that are laying eggs. So that's something to definitely consider. Definitely think about that. We had one of them that was really tough to get the pasty butt off. And so I just put on Vaseline. You know, Vaseline does everything. So we put some Vaseline on the little butt and let it just kind of soften that way. You know, put them in some just kind of room temperature, put that little bottom in room temperature water to soften it up so that you can get it off, is kind of the easiest way, but it's not a short task, and they are screaming while you're trying to do it. But it's something that has to be done. Just any baby, you have to take care of babies. So yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. That was a good question. Any more questions before we get up out of here, guys? Fritz, we talking about they need a bidet. Yes, they need a bidet, honey, because that pasty butt be doing the most sometimes. But that Vaseline, though, put that Vaseline on them, just like a baby. not over their vent, not covering their vent, just on their fur down there. It'll look a little weird, you know, while you got it on there. But French wee wee, listen, I love them. Okay, I love them. I had one in the old house, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved it. So they are worth it. They really are. But anyway, guys, it's starting to get dark, and I want to put a couple more seeds in the ground for tonight, before tonight, and so we got to get on the road because we got to drive. So I don't know. We may not get home before it gets dark. So, but thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chats. I appreciate that. And thank you so much for the new members, my Renaissance grandma. And who else was that? Who else was that? Miss Native Cherokee 70. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys joining the G Tribe membership. So thank you so much. And I'm going to get on this road. So I will see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families, guys. And make sure that you are putting something to the side. Use the $1.25 tree while it's still available, and get your seeds and get your extra foods and get your extra condiments or whatever it is that you like. But grow you some tomatoes, child. Grow some tomatoes, grow some peppers, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be growing plenty of tomatoes and peppers this year, so that we can make some sauces, some pico de gallo, some ketchup, just some stuff that we can and have for ourselves, so that we're not paying the inflated prices. We making our own fertilizers. Like, we doing a number to try to save on some of the money that we had been spending out in these streets, y'all. So thank you. Blessings right back to you, Brenda King, Abina. Thank you for being here. TLC in the Garden, thank you for being here. Ebony R, you are quite welcome, and thank you for being here. G Mama Grows, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Did you know Eco Neighbor is on the Whoop Whoop show, premiering now? Yeah. What she did a replay of the old video, is what she put out as the premiere. So it's just a replay of the old video. Okay. So, daughter of the Most High, take care of yourself. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. My Renaissance grandma, Grace Guys, October Opal. I know she had to step out. Cheryl Faulkner, French Wee Wee, Maria Graham, GT Jr., Grows It, Alaska. So good to see you in the chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. So take care, you guys, and I will see you guys on the next video. And remember, guys, that prayer still works. Take care, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.